It's always a good idea to have plenty of quick, healthy recipes on hand to feed your busy family.
And today we're going to learn how to make orange stir-fried chicken. Claudia Chewinski is a cooking instructor and teaches classes at the Continuing Education for Fairfield. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back with the two of you cooking in the kitchen.
This is a really healthy dish.
This is a very healthy dish. Lots of fresh vegetables, very low in fat. It's chicken that's very lean, seasoned just very lightly, and plenty of flavor to kind of feel like you're eating a very full meal. So it really is a very healthy, easy to cook, one-pan meal.
I like that. And I've noticed you brought some fresh ginger with you. A lot of people probably don't know what to do with this.
A lot of people don't know what to do with it. It's very intimidating looking. And because it's it has like a bark over it, they don't really know what's inside. And when you smell it, there's no smell because of the bark. So what I have taught my students at Fairfield Continuing Ed is to cut it, and it has this lime green color inside, and it flavors the food so intensely that what we do when we're going to do our stir fry is just put a couple of slices peeled from the bark and saute it in the oil and then take it out, and that'll give enough flavor to kind of accent out chicken and the rest of our vegetables. I don't usually leave it in that much longer because it does get very intense.
Now, I grew up with, of course, Asian foods, and we use a lot of ginger.
You do?
But I use ginger powder now because I don't want it.
That's cheating.
I
You're
know
not
it's
supposed to
cheating.
do that.
Is that okay still?
I
know you're not supposed to,
but
but
it's like
my mom would kill me
it's
if
like
she knew
using
that.
garlic that's chopped in a jar. I don't recommend that. It does lose its flavor. It does lose its intensity.
Okay.
And this is very easy to use, and it stays in the refrigerator quite some time. It doesn't go bad after a long time. So you really can get a lot of use out of it. So it still works what you do, but
Thank you, Claudia.
I like this better.
All right,
Let's get started.
Okay, what we're going to do, we have our pan with a little canola oil in it. We are going to put our ginger right in there and start sauteing it around. We did peel the bark off. What we're going to do, what I'll have you ladies do if you'd like, is do our sauce. And what it is a little teriyaki soy duck sauce. We're doing orange juice, no pulp, and some garlic. And then what I have is some cornstarch. And what that does is thicken our sauce so that it almost has a creamy texture. So what we're going to do, you could add the cornstarch first.
So all of this goes in here?
Yes, and then whisk it. And what it'll do is break up the cornstarch. It'll make it nice and liquefied so you don't get the clumps and the lumps
So
in
we're
your...
putting in the cornstarch.
Putting in the cornstarch, and then
first.
that's our duck sauce
Duck
to give it a
sauce
little
is going
sweetener.
next. About how much of each of these ingredients?
This is about a tablespoon of each. It's very easy. You can do to taste if you like a little sweetener. Sweeter, you can use the duck. If you use a little bit more teriyaki and
so orange
soy. Right. So
garlic
now, and the garlic also. And what we're going to do is just whisk that up so all the lumps from the cornstarch kind of dissolve. And in the meantime, we just have some cut up chicken, nice and lean. Cut all the fat off. Trim it in little strips. And we're going to add that. A little salt and pepper is just in here for flavor. And we're just going to add that right into our skillet.
From start to finish, how long should this take us?
Oh, this will take less than 10 minutes.
Really?
Yes. The slices of chicken are very thinly sliced, so they will cook, and you keep this on a little high heat. So they will cook very quickly. And once you see it, you could already see it start going already. And the ginger is in there still flavored. It'll be easy to take out after.
You want to take it out because if you forget, it's somewhat bitter, isn't it?
It is. And what I'm going to do, you can see it's starting to brown already. I'm just going to slip it out with my my little spoon here. And that's all the flavor. And you could actually smell it now. It's really giving good flavor. So that's just going to saute. Once that dissolves nicely, what we're going to do is add our vegetables. I just have some mushrooms, mini portobellos, some broccoli florets, and some shredded carrots. Excuse me.
I'm working this because I want to make sure the cornstarch really dissolves.
Yes.
Really
And the reason for that is because what will happen is it'll attach itself to the chicken, and when you take a bite, you'll get a bite of cornstarch, and that really does change the flavor a little bit. This is cooking up very quickly. What we'll do in the meantime is add some of our broccoli, and we'll saute that in right into the frying pan.
Do we want to add all of it?
You can add just half of that. That's fine. And then our carrots. And it's a very colorful dish. It's very eye-appealing to children.
Yes, it is.
It's nice to get them involved and help out a little bit. I do teach after school. Yes, the mushrooms are good too.
Don't want to
Add
jump
that.
the gun or anything
You
here,
just
Claudia.
add that right in. And the good thing about this recipe is if you don't have these particular vegetables, what you can do is just add anything that you have. You could add red pepper. You could add
Love red peppers.
love red pepper.
And that color is even more vibrant.
Yeah, it is. It is. You could add it in with this. Sometimes I have little snap peas or snow peas. You just chop them up. Anything really goes with this, which is kind of what I like to teach and let my students know it. You don't have to follow the recipe exactly as it's written. You really can play with it a little bit.
By the way, we have a little bit less than a minute, but tell us about your classes.
I teach at Fairfield Continuing Ed. I do adults in the evening. I have a fall class coming up with fall banquet cooking. I also have a class for Sunday brunch, which is very
fun. You make
popular.
quiche and
Oh, we make
muffins?
cinnamon French toast, and we make omelets, and it really is a very exciting class. I get a very good turnout. And then I also teach an after-school cooking class for kids middle school, 6th grade to 8th grade.
Great. What do you think? You think
We're
it's
going
ready?
to, that is ready. We're going to just
Okay,
pour that
let's
right in.
pour
You'll
it in.
notice it will thicken up right away to make a nice creamy sauce. And within the next few minutes, we'll plate it and it'll be all set to go.
Wow.
It's
Well, that
as
was
simple as that, and it's very
everything in there
flavorful
for
and
you.
very healthy. And you don't want to overcook the vegetables too much. You'd like a little crispness to them.
This is such a lighter version than what you get at the Chinese
Oh, you know,
restaurant.
I was mentioning before, I do like to eat out and have Chinese food, but then I come home and what I try to do is imitate what they've done and lighten it up, because a lot of the times they do use a lot of ingredients that are a lot heavier, a little bit more fat content, and it really is simple to get the same flavors but lose a lot of the calories and fat when you cook it on your own. So I do
You
strongly
can already
suggest
tell how
that.
healthy or
Very
it is,
healthy.
because at
And
the restaurant
really,
it's
It's
sugary.
thicker,
it's thicker.
sugary,
The sauce
yes. And the
is
sauces,
rather-
I don't know what they use, but it's just a lot nicer to know this is what I put into it, this is what I will get out of it. It's
great.
So it really makes a difference.
Claudia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're going to try this at the end of the show.
Perfect. I'll have it all plated and ready to go.
Excellent. Up next, we'll tell you about the Arts Council of Greater New Haven's somewhat off-the-wall event. That's when Connecticut Style returns.